So now that Maracanazo actually happened to someone else, will it make it easier for Brazil? And the very thought that Spain is out.
Well, I don't think it's going to make it easier for Brazil, although it is interesting that Spain are out of the equation because they were possible opponents. I think Brazil have to worry about themselves first after a very, very poor performance against Mexico. Other thoughts about Spain, I'm just shocked. Although we've been talking before, and I thought that after that first defeat, it would be very difficult for them to recover. I just didn't expect them to capitulate on the second round. I thought they were going to have trouble against Chile and perhaps not be able to capitalize at the end. But they were totally outplayed by Chile, and that was a bit of a shock. Maybe that's the end of an era. Maybe they never really recovered psychologically, but it's a mystery.
And do you think that maybe this Confederations Cup final was like a first brick out of the wall? That it actually showed the way to treat Spain here?
I think the first, the first crack on the wall was basically when Barcelona were nullified by Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final last year. 7-0 aggregate score. People pretty much checked out. Oh, okay, that's how we played them. We just kind of like bully them with high pressing, and very intense kind of game. And obviously Brazil saw that and managed to do that to Spain. Although it was pretty much the Barcelona team. No system's eternal. Those were the first signs, the first signals that they needed to change something, but they didn't, and that they had to pay a big price at the end. But then it's easy for us to say that in hindsight because. Against Holland, they scored first. Villa could have scored a second, but he decided to try to chip the keeper, and he missed a good chance. Had Spain won the first half 2-0, I don't really believe Holland would come back. So it's a game of very, very narrow margins, and unfortunately, Spain paid the price.
One of the Spanish journalists told me that the only consolation was seeing Brazilians feeling such a relief that Spain goes home because. It must have hurt them that Spain have stolen the Jogo Bonito for that long.
Well, I think there's obviously a rivalry there because Spain were the team at the moment when they won so many competitions. But on the other hand, have they stolen the beautiful game? I don't think this is that far. I mean, Brazil have 5 world titles, Spain won 1, and I think that kind of arrogance, that was a problem with some Brazilians, not the players, but the media. And yeah, they tasted their own medicine today, to see people basically taking the piss out of them. And well, I hope it shows them something. But this isn't the end of Spanish football at all. They will bounce back. They just need to reinvent things. Every team goes through a beginning and an end. And I just think they're going to come back strong. It's impossible with such a structure, such a strong league, that Spain won't have a decent team anymore.
So let's talk a while about Brazil. You said the game against Mexico was very poor. But let's say that the way out of group still seems quite easy, or not?
Brazil are pretty much qualified after Croatia beat Cameroon today, because now they're going to lock horns with Mexico, and pretty much Brazil will get one of the spots. However, qualifying first is important for moral reasons, for kind of like psychological boost, but also to avoid the best teams on the other side. But it's a bit difficult because Holland and Chile, they're pretty much on the same page now. But then again, I think the qualifying first will give back some confidence to this team. They have to play Cameroon, they have to win well against Cameroon for them, for the crowd. But as I said before, the game against Mexico asked a few questions that the answers will need to be given again, because I think Brazil lost the plot a bit.
Who would you prefer, Holland or Chile?
For retrospect reasons, Chile, because Chile always basically bottles when we play them in World Cup. So there is a regional thing that could help. Although this Chilean team is fearless, I just think that Holland can have the best of Brazil because Van Gaal has devised a very interesting system, and he will deploy it again, the 5 at the back against Brazil if they play. I think that historically Chile could be a more beatable opponent than Holland, but then again you cannot pick and choose, and whatever happens, we're gonna have to be ready.
And you're gonna be ready?
Well, let's see against Cameroon. I'll probably have a proper answer after that game.